This is CBC Nova Scotia News.
Tonight, Halifax International Security Forum. The annual gathering begins amid wars and uncertainty around the upcoming Trump administration.
Honoring Wanda Robson, CBU unveils a statue of the activist and sister of Viola Desmond.
And church conversion, turning a place of worship in the Annapolis Valley into affordable housing for seniors.
A wet and windy weekend across the board as our next system rolls in. The bulk of this on Saturday. We'll break it down with your full forecast coming up.
Good evening. This year's edition of the Security Forum is now underway in Halifax with hundreds of top foreign policy experts and key government officials from around the world.
It comes amid wars raging in several parts of the world and at a tense political moment for the United States and its allies. The CBC's Brett Ruskin has more from the conference.
The Halifax International Security Forum is once again underway for another year. You can see one of the information tables behind me here as folks arrive. 300 delegates from 60 different countries arriving in Halifax for this weekend to discuss ways to defend democracies all around the world. One of the main topics or one of the main issues is the incoming American administration, what the Donald Trump presidency, another Donald Trump presidency, is going to mean for these global discussions. Now, we heard from Canada's Defense Minister Bill Blair at the beginning of this forum as he opened and gave his opening remarks, talking about Canada's strategy to deal with and to work with that new administration. Here's what he said.
After every election, there is a change of perspective and sometimes rhetoric, but our fundamental responsibilities, I think, remain unchanged. And I believe that there is great unity in recognizing what the real threats to our security, our safety, our citizens are, and that the best way to respond to that is together.
So those discussions around unity and working together already underway. We expect to hear from Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly. She's going to be participating in one of these panel discussions entitled Victory in Ukraine. There's another panel discussion talking about defending the Arctic against Russia and China. So that is kind of a taste of the types of discussions that are happening here throughout the weekend. There's a large Canadian delegation, of course. There's a large American delegation as well, with 2 Republican senators, 4 Democrat senators who are here. But again, countries represented from all around the world, really suddenly turning Halifax into this political hub for the weekend, this hub of discussions of global importance, of strategic importance, discussing, again, ways to defend democracies on the global stage for this weekend here on Canada's East Coast. Brett Ruskin, CBC News, Halifax.
In the final days of the provincial election campaign, Liberal leader Zach Churchill is highlighting part of his platform he thinks will resonate most with voters. Today, it was the promise to build a new hospital somewhere in the Annapolis Valley. Churchill says the people in the valley need a new facility because the area has been neglected by the PCs.
It's a major healthcare redevelopment hospital that really is going to also focus on the needs of the emergency care along the valley too. But we are going to be working with doctors, engineers, professionals to figure out exactly what that's going to look like.
NDP leader Claudia Chender was in Cape Breton to make an announcement on housing, while PC leader Tim Houston did not make an official campaign announcement today.
Meanwhile, in municipal politics, Wanda Hennick is the lucky winner of a council seat in northern Cape Breton after her name was picked out of a box this morning. Her name was drawn in Sydney Provincial Court today. Hennick and her cousin Amy McKinnon were tied with the most votes after last month's municipal elections. Under Nova Scotia's Municipal Elections Act, if a judicial recount confirms the tie, the councillor is chosen at random. Hennick says one of her first priorities will be to see if it's possible to improve the law to restore voters' faith in democracy.
Well, hopefully to change this act for one, to have some other kind of process. People in District 8 was really upset over how it was being pulled from a hat. They really wanted a by-election.
Hennick is expected to be sworn in and join the rest of council next week.
Wet and windy out there describes the evening. Ryan Snoddon with us now from the Weather Center.
But as we've been saying all week, the rain is much needed.
Absolutely. And just getting started here, really the appetizer for the full meal deal coming in overnight and into Saturday morning. Have a look at the timeline. You can see these bands of rain that have already been tracking in, but the bulk of this will really fill in for Saturday morning, as I said. Rain at times heavy, especially for the eastern half of the province. Could even hear a few rumbles of thunder across the province on Saturday morning. The bulk of the rain, the heaviest rain, lifting to the north through Saturday afternoon into the Gulf. And so we'll see some lingering showers across Nova Scotia as the winds will shift back to southerly for eastern areas, northwesterly for western areas. So yeah, it's going to be windy. We'll talk about that and those strongest winds in the east. We'll time those out, but a quick look at what we're going to be seeing in terms of the rain. Heaviest rain eastern shore into Cape Breton, even the Halifax area looking at a pretty decent shot, and even into the southwest, beneficial rain here. All the timeline coming up.
All right.
All right, Ryan, thanks so much for that.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
The Canadian Federation of Independent Business is calling on the federal government to step in and end the Canada Post strike. The organization has sent a letter to Ottawa saying small businesses cannot afford another week of postal disruption. CFIB represents nearly 100,000 small and medium-sized businesses, and it says that nearly 3/4 of the businesses they've polled are being negatively affected by the strike. Meanwhile, Canada Post is now reporting a $315 million loss in the third quarter this year. It's been a week since the strike started with no resolution in sight. Reports say both sides are still far apart.
A sculpture honoring a Nova Scotia icon was unveiled in Cape Breton today. Wanda Robson was the sister of the African Nova Scotian activist Viola Desmond. Robson was honored at the university she attended with a tribute to her lasting legacy. Matthew Moore reports.
In my way of looking at Wanda, this is her second home. She loved it here.
Wanda Robson's image will stand the test of time at her alma mater. A statue of her was unveiled today at Cape Breton University. The brass sculpture depicting her while she was a student at the campus. The school also named a section of the library in her honor. When she was a student at the school in her 70s, Robson was often found in the corner of the library, researching and working away at her Bachelor of Arts degree. Robson and her sister, Viola Desmond, are known across the country. Desmond became known because she sat in a whites-only section of a theatre in New Glasgow. She was asked to move, but she refused, so she was removed by force. After Desmond's death, Robson told her sister's story at schools across the country. Joe Robson said his wife enjoyed talking about her sister's legacy and was thrilled to be a graduate at CBU.
The naming of a portion of the library, the corner is Wanda's place. And since she enjoyed going to any library, she could have stayed for weeks in a library as long as you fed her, I think. But I'm pleased that aside from the bust, there is another permanent feature that involves Wanda. She deserved it.
Chippy Kennedy was the sculptor who created the bust. She also created a similar one for Viola. She says working with the family to create a legacy piece was an emotional experience.
It's a hard thing to do because, as I say, we all see one another so differently, well beyond the surface of our skins. So it was tremendous to see that he was happy with the piece and he put his head on her shoulder, and it was delightful.
Matthew Moore, CBC News, Sydney.
Well, Nova Scotia's housing crisis has been in the headlines for years. Some solutions are cropping up around the province, including on the Kempt Shore.
That's where Jeremy and Andrea Parker are trying to do their part. They bought a church and are turning it into affordable housing for seniors. As Jane Sponicle learned, the church has a special meaning for the couple.
Last September, I think it was Labor Day weekend, we were at my mother's house and she said, the church is coming up for sale, you guys should buy it and do something with it. And we've initially said no.
I initially said no. We can't take on anything else, Jeremy Parker, is exactly what I said. It didn't age well because
3 days later, she said, I messaged Karen, the head of the church, and next week we're going to have a presentation for them about buying the building and turning it into seniors' apartments.
Apartments that will look like this, plus a room for the community to worship. The Parkers' goal, affordable units, around $900 a month with utilities. And the first residents moving in by late winter. Living in a rural community can be cheaper, but it also comes with its challenges, meaning some seniors have left the Kemp Shore for Windsor and apartments that rent for $1,800 minimum.
They couldn't find anywhere to look after the building. Like, they could have their home, but then they had to hire out snow removal and lawn care and odds and ends, and they'd rather stay here but couldn't afford to do it.
Aging in place is huge because you don't lose that, I call it corporate knowledge. So when people move out of their community, you lose so much. And the people do not want to move out of their community. Some do, of course, but you know, their grandchildren could be at the school just down the road. You can go to fish supper across the road here. There's a health center within about 2-3 kilometers where there's a doctor. Like, this community has a lot of great things. Yes, it's rural, but it means so much that they can stay where they're comfortable.
Like this couple, who were the first to have their name on the list for an apartment. Wolf, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm Wilford Ogilvie. Lived here all my life, which is 88 years. And I was born here in Somerville and been here ever since. Built a new house here and was one of the instigators on building a new church here too. So had a lot of work doing that. Yeah, so anything else should discuss?
I'm Diane Ogilvie, and I moved to Burlington when I was about 10. And I met Wilf when I was 14. He was playing for his 50th anniversary at his aunt and uncle's, and I was tap dancing there.
What instrument did you play, Wilf?
Guitar. She danced straight into my heart.
The Ogilvies are longtime members of the Kempt United Church. In fact, Wilf worked on the plumbing and electrical and had one very important job.
Here we go with the crane truck lifting the steeple up to set it on top of the church.
And that's where Wilf would be up in here.
I was up in the clouds. Up in the
near
bucket,
to heaven.
This project that they've undertaken, what do you think of?
It's terrific.
Well, it's great.
It's so needed.
It's going to be made use of.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Of course, we were sad when we had to sell it, but we also knew that we couldn't keep it up. So it was terrific when Jeremy and Andrea decided to do what they're going to do. And up until a little while ago, we were going to be here forever, till our son figured we needed a little more help. Never know, we might still land here yet.
The Parkers also have a personal connection to this project. Jeremy's father was the pastor here for 27 years. You might say Jeremy has left his mark.
I was a hyper child, and my father is long-winded, so there could have been times when I was bored that I would run my teeth up and back the back of the pews.
Framing is well underway and plumbing should be starting soon. While Jeremy is managing construction, Andrea has been learning the ropes of permits and securing funding through the CMHC and the province. It's a learning curve for her, but she says everyone can do their part.
We have a love for community, and we just wanted to do something that would make affordable rents, you know, pending on us getting the funding. This is not going to put food on our table. This is an outreach to community to help house vulnerable people. And just everybody can do something about this housing issue. Maybe not convert a church, but you can put a secondary suite or build something into your home to help someone.
Jane Sponigal, CBC News, Somerville.
You're looking at Main Street in downtown Dartmouth, and not the best night to be out.
A bit dreary. Ryan will be up next with the full weather forecast. We will see you back here in just a few minutes.
Welcome back. An organization that works to support 2S LGBTQ plus elders in Nova Scotia says all too often people who have experienced discrimination put off and avoid seeking health care.
Recently, the Elderberry Social Group hosted a talk to inform those seniors about pharmacy services and the important role pharmacists play in healthcare. Julia Negrillo has this story.
Navigating available pharmacy services can be a challenge for many, especially seniors. Not everyone is aware that pharmacies can do more than fill prescriptions. They can give vaccines and answer questions. That is why the Elderberry Social Group organized an information session to teach people about how to avoid long wait times at the doctor by going straight to a pharmacy.
These days, the barrier to getting face-to-face health care is extremely high these days, right? And when you want to stand in front of someone and ask them a question and you're not sure what the answer will be and you might want to ask another question, having a physical person in front of you, there's nothing like that.
The Elderberries enlisted the help of Kyle Welby, a researcher at Dalhousie's College of Pharmacy. He gave a presentation to several seniors about services and research directed toward 2S LGBTQ plus individuals.
A really strong focus on communication, so asking about pronouns, how to ask about sexual health in an inclusive way.
As a gay man, Wilby says people in his community experience the medical system differently, as they often have to face stigma and discrimination. So in his role as a professor, he includes information in his curriculum on how to create safe spaces in pharmacies.
Some of these topics are new, some of these topics we're just still learning about, and so what we wanted to do was to get ahead of that to teach pharmacists and pharmacy students about gender-affirming care and about sexual health for 2S LGBTQ plus people.
McKay says he is grateful for pharmacists who not only try to be inclusive, but actively fight against transphobia and homophobia in medical settings. Juliana Grillo, CBC News, Halifax.
We saw that shot of Dartmouth earlier. Things a little damp in Halifax for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like things are changing anytime soon.
No, it's going to be very wet and very windy through the late overnight and tomorrow morning. That's when we're going to be seeing the bulk of both of those big factors in the forecast. And we do indeed have a wind warning. Have a look at this for Halifax, Eastern Shore, Guysborough, into Pictou, Antigonish County, and Cape Breton, all under the wind warning. The rainfall warning you can see outlined in green, and that is indeed the Eastern Shore, Eastern Halifax County, Guysborough, and Cape Breton under that rainfall warning, minus Inverness County. And again, we'll show you the rainfall map in case you missed it off the top one more time. The wind's already picking up from the east as this system starts to approach. You can see those gusts already up into the 50 to 70 range. Halifax back towards Beaver Island, and we are looking at those gusts picking up in through Cape Breton as well. This is kind of that first band of rain we were expecting today. It's been pretty intense up through New Brunswick, a little less so for Nova Scotia. We are seeing some steadier rains towards Annapolis Royal and Kentville at this hour, rolling through the valley, and looking at some pretty steady returns here between Lunenburg and Kentville as well. And so that really is just the first of many bands of rain they're going to track in, more so with the center of this system as it does lift in. And so we're going to be timing that out in just a moment. Tonight, winds from the east, 30 gusting 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. And so it is going to be a pretty breezy night. Could see some gusts upwards of 70, as we're already seeing in places, exposed areas of that eastern shore. So that first band rolls out, even by late evening, likely some reprieve from that with just some showers, and should mention the fog patches, which are going to be really thick overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. So that will impact travel for the early going of Saturday. Then we've got the rain, which is going to be likely building up on the roads, some hydroplaning concerns tomorrow morning, and the risk of some rumbles of thunder in here as this does track through. The winds are going to pick up. We'll time out the winds in just a second. You can see that heaviest rain pushing up into Cape Breton by lunchtime as well. And this is really just going to be a really, really wet day for most. Into the afternoon, some relief as this pushes up towards the coast, towards the Gulf. Cape Breton, the Atlantic coastline will likely see some relief into the afternoon. Can't rule out a sunny break here with this dry punch coming in. We'll see easterly winds Sustained near 40, gusting 70, 80, and 90 kilometers per hour. The Laos wet winds will gust to 120 tomorrow. It will be howling for sure. Then they shift to south, sustained near 30, gusting to 50 into the afternoon. Looking at the winds from the east, gusting 60, but 70, 80, and 90 kilometers per hour along this Atlantic coastline. We'll be seeing the wind shift to southerly late day here as well. And for the west, we're looking at that wind from the east for the most part, then a shift to northwest winds as we move into the afternoon, late afternoon, as this system does move in. There's the center of the low, so we shift back to a northwest wind for this Tri-County area, and then across the rest of the province overnight and into Sunday morning with scattered showers on tap throughout the day on Sunday. It's going to be an unsettled day, not nearly as wet as Saturday, but if you are heading out on Sunday, make sure you do grab the umbrella or the rain jacket. Again, rainfall totals by the time we're said and done, heaviest Guysborough into Cape Breton. There's that little rain shadow thanks to the wind from the other direction for Inverness. And yes, not as much as we'd like in through the southwest, but every little bit will help. Note the winds ramping up into Saturday morning. Lunenburg, Halifax, Eastern Shore. This is again where we're going to see the bulk of that wind on Saturday. Will be along the Atlantic coastline, but gusty for all. And then into the Saturday late morning, early afternoon, it's going to be Cape Breton that really feels the brunt of the wind through the afternoon. There's that shift back to a northwest wind here in the Tri-County area Saturday night into Sunday morning, and we'll all get into those gusty northwest winds throughout the day on Sunday, but the strongest winds will be in through the southwest on the back side of this low, and a few flakes mixing in for Sunday evening into the overnight and even Monday morning. That system will depart. We'll see some reprieve for Tuesday, next system Wednesday, but a break in behind. So systems come, systems go. The blocking high breaking down, Tom and Amy.
Okay.
Yeah, busy times for you.
It is that. Okay, Ryan, thanks so much.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Coming up, a conversation with Progressive Conservative leader Tim Houston, the last in our Leader Profile series.
As the 2024 election race nears its end, CBC asked the leaders of Nova Scotia's three main parties to share a side of themselves outside of the political arena.
In the third profile of our three-part series, I caught up with PC leader Tim Houston. All right, so we're here in Fairview on the street where you spent a lot of your formative years, Coronation Avenue, right? Not to be confused with Coronation
it's
Street.
different than the street.
Yeah, definitely. So I know a lot of people think of you, think of Pictou County. What does Fairview mean to you?
Fairview's kind of, that's where, when people ask where I grew up in Fairview. My dad served in the military, so we moved around a lot. But this was a place that when we moved here, it was kind of like I was like just grounded in place here. Like I knew we weren't going to move again in a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. So I have great memories growing up here. My buddies that I made in this area are still my buddies to this day.
Do you have any jobs in high school?
Yeah, I worked at McDonald's.
Yeah. What station?
Well, they didn't put me on the front end too much.
Okay. You weren't a people person back then?
Mostly on the grill. It was kind of, but like I started working early, like paper routes. My brother and I had paper routes. We did that when I was, even before McDonald's, I was a laborer for a bricklayer.
Okay.
Was a family friend. I used to carry bricks for him and make the mortar and carry that, and then worked at McDonald's. That was kind of the most structured thing. So I did that through high school, but did a number of things. My brother and I worked in a call center for a while. My brother was younger.
Okay.
My brother was younger. My sister, I have an older sister, so I was a middle child.
How does being a middle child form who you are?
It's interesting because sometimes when I meet people after a while, they say, "Oh, you are how you are because you are a middle child," or the other thing they say is, "You are how you are because you grew up in a military family." So
Right.
there's, they're all part of your upbringing for sure.
Well, how are you? How you are?
I don't know. Like people, like I'm pretty. I think if you ask the people around me now, I'm kind of hands-on, detailed person. You know, I try to. They might call me a micromanager in certain ways, but I just try to be engaged. And I think my mom would say that I was always inquisitive about things. Get in trouble sometimes trying to take things apart or understand things. But I think it's just kind of the structured. I'm a little bit structured.
Well, how did you go from here to Pictou County?
I followed a woman. So Carol actually grew up in Timberley, but her father was from Pictou County. So they always had Pictou County roots and went back and forth. And when we got married, we used to go to Pictou County. We got to know people up there. And so as we were kind of settling down to start our own family, we just said, well, we like Pictou County, why don't we go there? So that's how we ended up there. But I followed a woman. It's worked out okay. Right. 29 years we've been married, so it's worked out okay.
So, but here we are at the house we were talking about. I understand we're allowed to go in, knock on the door and see what they say?
Let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try it. We didn't actually have a patio out back either. So did you put that on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had the stairs and went down the stairs. Yeah. Yeah. No, the place looks great. You keep a nicer room than I kept. But this is kind of I had it laid out a little different. My bed was kind of this way, and I had my desk here, but I like what you've done.
Yeah.
It's a good room, and you can kind of get the little view out too, see what's going on around the school and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's good. And my sister's room was right next door. My sister's older, and then my brother had the other room in the front there. He had the small room. I was in the middle. So he's the youngest. He had the smallest room. My sister had the biggest room. It's nice to be just in the neighborhood and just kind of, and it's the same, you know, it's the same vibe to it. So that's nice too.
And you said you had a family living next door.
Yeah, so my aunt and uncle, my mom's sister, they lived right next door, and my cousins were right there. So we were here and they were there, and we did quite a few things together, and there was a lot of steady stream back and forth almost. So it was kind of it's happy memories for me for sure.
Coming up, mixed reactions. Some say Ottawa's plan to drop the GST this holiday season will help. Others, not so much.
Deadline day. Uncertainty hangs over the COP29 climate conference as tense negotiations are down to the wire. Welcome back. Politicians are reacting today to a plan by the federal government for a holiday tax break. The Liberals announced the plan yesterday to drop the GST on a wide array of products, including all groceries, restaurant and takeout meals and toys.
The measures will likely pass because of NDP support, but provinces with HST, including some here in the Maritimes, say they weren't warned and that they'll be losing tax revenue too. Olivia Stefanovich reports.
I found out about this yesterday in a news briefing that came across our desk.
Blindsided, PEI's Progressive Conservative Premier wants federal compensation to make up for revenue the province loses because its sales tax is harmonized with the federal sales tax, called the HST.
We figure our numbers are somewhere around $14 million, I think is the impact for us directly to the Treasury.
It looks like it'll cost New Brunswick revenues about $62 million, which is a lot.
The Liberal government in New Brunswick is bracing for an even bigger hit. One it hopes the federal Liberals will take on for the cash-strapped province.
That's not money that you can just find through regular efficiency mechanisms. So there's a conversation we'll be having with the federal government about how they're going to offset that so that New Brunswickers don't feel it.
Every provincial government across the country understands how important it is to be there for Canadians who are facing real pressures around the cost of living.
When asked if Ottawa will reimburse provincial governments, the Prime Minister wouldn't directly say.
I'm expecting provinces who see the challenges that their citizens are facing to realize that this is a way they can be there for people as they face the challenges of the next few months.
We did it 2 years ago. We just didn't go out there and do cartwheels.
The feds appear to be borrowing a page from the provincial playbook. Several, like Ontario, don't charge a provincial sales tax for many of the household items the federal tax break affects.
I got to give them kudos. Any government, I don't care what political stripe, wants to put more money back into people's pockets, good for them.
The federal government is also following in the lead of several provinces by handing out one-time relief checks. The Liberals say they will send $250 to every working Canadian in April. Olivia Stefanovich, CBC News, Ottawa.
Reaction to the temporary tax cut isn't just coming from provincial leaders and politicians. The CBC's Nisha Patel has been talking to Canadians about what they think of the move.
Life is expensive. For many shoppers, any break from crushing costs sounds like a good idea.
It's kind of ridiculous how expensive it is to get just basic groceries.
Like with 2 small children, it'll help.
It'll help huge, saving money and being able to live.
Described by the Liberals as a sales tax holiday, the break from GST means cheaper toys too. This small business owner hopes it will bring more customers through her door.
I wish it started ASAP, and on children's toy stuff, I think it should be all year round.
The federal government estimates families that spend $2,000 on applicable items will save about $100, and they'll save $260 if they live in a province with HST. Not to mention the nearly 19 million Canadians who will also be eligible for that $250 rebate. But this economist says popular politics isn't always good policy.
So it doesn't accomplish a lot of social good. We spent $6 billion. That has to come from somewhere.
As for who that could be,
it's going to fall on relatively younger people.
Some are also criticizing the plan for being too broad.
If we really wanted to address affordability, we would target persons who are struggling with affordability, so persons who are spending a large amount of their incomes on basic necessities.
The Liberals say they've already done that with past targeted measures. But for Canadians who visit this food bank, a GST holiday may not make much of a difference.
It's almost insulting to us, to be totally honest.
There's little room in their budget for luxuries like new clothes and toys.
It's definitely not sustainable support for Canadians that are facing food insecurity, facing housing insecurity.
She's got a call to action when those checks come in.
To donate it to a local organization, it would make a really meaningful impact.
Asking those who are more fortunate to pay it forward. Nisha Patel, CBC News, Toronto.
One of the key figures in the Freedom Convoy protest in 2022 has been found guilty on 5 counts. An Ottawa judge ruled Pat King is guilty of mischief, counseling others to commit mischief, and counseling others to obstruct police. He was also found guilty of 2 counts of disobeying a court order. The Alberta resident was found not guilty of intimidation and obstructing police himself. King has yet to be sentenced. In January of 2022, the truckers' convoy, which drove in from Western Canada, attracted thousands of demonstrators to Parliament Hill. They were protesting against public health restrictions, COVID-19 vaccine mandates, and the federal government. Streets were gridlocked and residents complained about the noise. The Liberal government eventually invoked the Emergencies Act and froze the bank accounts of some participants to end the protests.
Matt Gaetz says he will not return to the U.S. Congress in the next session. He told an interviewer today that he'll, quote, be in the fight, but from a new perch. He did not explain what he meant by that. Yesterday, Gaetz withdrew his name from consideration as Donald Trump's Attorney General. Senators balked at confirming him, in part because of unproven sexual allegations. The president-elect's new nominee for the top job at the Justice Department is Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi, prior to being Attorney General of Florida, I was a career prosecutor for 18 years. I've prosecuted hundreds of jury trials.
He is looking for loyalty and pugnaciousness, and he's going to get both if Pam Bondi is confirmed.
Bondi has long-standing ties to Trump and has served as his lawyer. Trump says Bondi would end the politicization of federal prosecutions. Another tourist has died in the Southeast Asian country of Laos. It is the 6th death connected to drinks believed to be laced with methanol, a deadly substance found often in bootleg alcohol. The 6 were all visiting a town popular with backpackers. The CBC's Crystal Gamansing reports.
Suspected methanol poisoning has claimed another life in Laos. The family of Holly Bowles confirmed the 19-year-old's death. She had been on life support in a hospital in Bangkok. Her friend Bianca Jones, who she was traveling with, died Thursday after falling ill last week. The Bowles family issued a statement saying, in part, "We are so sad to say that our beautiful girl Holly is now at peace. We find comfort and solace in knowing that Holly brought so much joy and happiness to so many people." 6 tourists staying in the town of Van Vieng have died. All are believed to have consumed alcoholic drinks tainted with methanol. It's a substance that can be found, for example, in antifreeze and paint thinner, and consuming even very small amounts can be lethal. The area that all of these individuals were staying in is a popular spot for young backpackers, and the deaths are causing concern.
I want to drink from an open bottle and I want to drink a homemade alcohol.
It's scary because not everyday people are dying just like this.
Well, of course, it's got to affect tourism. I'm sure a lot of people are going to cancel.
The family of Simone White from the UK also released a statement about her death, saying they are devastated. The Associated Press says several people have been detained in relation to these deaths, but there's no word at this point on any charges. The deaths have prompted the US, New Zealand, Australia, the UK, and Canada to issue warnings to citizens, advising them to be cautious about consuming alcohol drinks in the country. Crystal Gamansing, CBC News, London.
Southern Asia has been racked in recent weeks by heavy air pollution. It's a seasonal problem, but this year's is especially severe, and it's prompting calls for joint action from India and Pakistan, a relationship with little history of cooperation. Anand Ram reports.
Not your usual prayers, the Imam here calling for a reprieve from the heavens, the polluted skies blanketing northern Pakistan. And in neighboring India, not the commute people want, nor the view either. Yes, the Taj Mahal is supposedly behind that. And those are certainly not the students of this school shut down from the smog.
Hints of burnt wood and aftertastes of carcinogens with, notes of sulfur here and there. You could taste it.
The pollution is a combination of farmers burning crops, festival celebrations, and vehicle pollution, all held closer to the ground by seasonal weather. But so bad this season, some websites even reporting the health risk in terms of smoking. And that number, almost 10 cigarettes, that's from a relatively good day this week. The pollution is even leading to calls to clear the air politically. With one Pakistani leader calling for smog diplomacy with India, saying the winds don't know our borders.
I think climate diplomacy might open areas of diplomacy and negotiation between India and Pakistan that they could leverage to improve their overall political and security situation.
Previous efforts to come together haven't amounted to much, say experts, and neither country has indicated it's going to start. But there's another problem. Even if the current intense climate drives cooperation, local enforcement needs to step up year-round, says this air quality researcher.
I think we're seeing significant violations across regions from standards for motor vehicles, standards for large-scale industrial sources. I think there has to be deliberate effort.
So any hopes to ease tensions across borders means fixing the problems at home, too. Anand Ram, CBC News, Toronto.
The COP29 climate change conference in Azerbaijan was supposed to wrap up today, but negotiators are still working on another proposal. Susan Ormiston looks at the sticking point.
Well, for a second night in a row, negotiating teams are working on another proposal after the most recent one fell short. We are seeing some numbers for the first time, up to $1.3 trillion US by 2035 to help developing countries deal with the effects of climate change. But it is another number within that, $250 billion US from wealthy developed countries, which seem to be pretty soundly rejected as too low.
It is a bad deal. It's a deal that developing countries must reject. It's about a matter of dignity for people who are already suffering.
It's simply way too low and unacceptable. And I think a key point here is that being miserly on climate finance numbers is self-damaging to countries like Canada.
The Climate Action Network, an NGO, showed its reaction, starkly moving through empty corridors late into the evening.
We are in solidarity with them, and for them to stay strong and reject the current text that's on the table.
COP was supposed to end Friday, and instead, behind closed doors, blocks of countries are meeting with the Azerbaijan COP presidency in private to try to close some wide gaps.
We will continue to work with the parties to make the final adjustments to those issues that are still outstanding.
But Brazil, frustrated, said this draft, the second, landed way too late.
Yes, absolutely is an improvement, but this improvement should have happened 10 days ago, because then we will have 10 days to discuss exactly that. So we still believe it's possible, but for that we needed to focus, and everybody needs to be willing to get to that agreement.
We do expect another set of proposals on Saturday morning, and the stakes are really high. I mean, 15 years ago, developed countries promised they would help developing countries, and the figure then was about $100 billion. And devastation has only ratcheted up since then. So we're hearing that this COP cannot fail. We're also hearing that no deal is better than a bad deal.
And that was Susan Ormiston reporting from Baku, Azerbaijan.
The Canada Post strike hits with the holiday season just around the corner, but as Charose Rofe reports from Montreal, measures have been implemented to deliver the most critical class of Christmas mail.
Today, I'm taking my time to write my first ever letter to Santa.
But Charose, what about the Canada Post strike? How will we get any letters to the North Pole?
Well, voiceover Charose, instead of heading to the mailbox on the street, we'll actually be taking this letter straight to the Canada Post workers who deliver the mail.
That's because Canada Post workers will still be getting our letters to Santa to keep the magic alive.
The letters for Santa, a lot of picketing start in Montreal. I can't speak a lot about other region, but a lot of them do have boxes, and the boxes are written letters for Santa, and we're holding on to them, expedite them as soon as possible.
The workers have been on strike since November 15th. They're pushing for better working conditions and wages in addition to other issues. Since 1982, Canada Post workers have volunteered to help deliver letters for free to Santa at the North Pole. The idea is to get those letters in before Christmas so Santa has time to write back. And while mail delivery is on pause, Canada Post employees on strike are still getting letters to Santa as quickly as they can. Things are a bit different this year, though. Instead of heading over to the post office or the Canada Post mailbox on the street, you can head down to the picket lines, which will have a box ready for you. But aside from Canada Post workers, there are also other people helping Santa out this year. After seeing disruption to mail delivery, some parents have organized to receive letters for Santa and help him get his responses back to all the kids in Montreal.
Even if he can't get your letters on time, at least I'm able to help deliver the letters on behalf of him.
Try to get in your letter to Santa as soon as you can, and maybe he'll be able to respond before he visits us in Montreal.
Another excuse not to rake the leaves this weekend. They're all soggy now here in Halifax.
That's true, but Ryan's got a bit of a tradition growing that you cheer us up at the end of the show with a lovely photo.
That was not taken this week.
That's okay.
More sun, we hope.
That's all right.
For sure. This one came in yesterday, I believe. Let's have a look from Malagash. And Liz Roscoe has sent in quite a few pictures to the show, and always appreciate it. And this one, she said, this was taken just before the sun decided to disappeared.
Yeah.
For a long time.
For a long time. This was taken, 10 or 11 days ago.
Okay.
So it's definitely gone on hiatus.
It's coming back, though.
Nice to look at, though, this
for
photo.
sure. Thanks to Liz for sharing Ryan's picks at cbc.ca. So there's the rainfall map in case you're just joining us. We are again looking at those heaviest amounts along the eastern shore and into the Cape Breton region. Back down towards the Halifax area, we're going to see a pretty good healthy dose of rain. Much needed rain here as well. A little bit less down towards the south and west, and unfortunately, it looks like you folks will be probably closer to 20, but we're keeping our fingers crossed you'll be on the high end of that. Most of this rain coming in overnight and Saturday morning. The lingering showers Saturday night and also into Sunday. There's the look at the winds that will ramp up overnight and into Saturday morning. So it's the heaviest rain and the strongest winds for Saturday into the first part of the day. And then those winds will kind of shift back to the northwest on Sunday, and not as strong, but still pretty gusty on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks for that, Ryan. Well, food inflation is one thing, but a multi-million-dollar banana is an entirely different matter.
Fair warning, at $5,200,000. Jen, the Catalan is yours. Congratulations. Thank you very much indeed.
Well, the conceptual work auctioned off in New York is literally just a banana duct taped to a wall. Bidding for the piece by Italian artist Maurizio Catalan started at $800,000 US.
But when it was all said and done, it went for a whopping $5.2 million, plus another million in auction house fees. The banana buyer was a Chinese collector and cryptocurrency entrepreneur. What happens when the banana goes rotten?
I think they overpaid. What do you think?
I'm going to check the fridge when I go home. That's it for us tonight. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Good night.